Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2007 Masquerade. Our MC tonight is Gordon Smuter, a local special effects artist and longtime convention costumer. A lifelong passion for puppetry has driven his recent projects, putting his puppets on video. These include the CONvergence opening ceremony fan favorite puppet track and a recent appearance as a drunken alien on the Fox TV reality show On the Lot. His next endeavor is a late-night monster sitcom called Transylvania Television. Please welcome Gordon Smuter.
Hi, everybody. Are we ready for an adventure tonight? One trip. That's all it'll be. One trip, and then we'll just come right back. Okay? All right. Wait, I have to make sure I'm ready. All right. 500-year diary. Wait. Sonic screwdriver. Type 40 TARDIS key. Except I have a Type 60. Oh well, anyway. My Gallifreyan name is unpronounceable by human tongue, so you can just call me the MC. And you thought the Doctor was the only one who survived the Time War. All right, well, let's get rolling. I guess the first thing we really need to do is read the rules, or not. Forget that. Am I wrong? You want to go party, right? Okay. All right. So, welcome to the CONvergence Masquerade 2007. This is year 9. Can you believe that? Year 9. Next year's year 10, and they'll have a bunch of guests back, and that'll be fun. Cool. So you're all going to be here, right? All right. Well, let's get rolling with entry number 1. Tonight's entry number 1 is in the novice category. The title of the presentation is Punker Bell. Welcome back to Fairy Tale Characters, Where Are They Now? Our next interview is with Tinkerbell, formerly known as Peter Pan's petite fairy sidekick, who is now known as the drummer for the Ramones tribute band, Gabba Gabba Hey. Welcome to the show, Punker Bell. All right. So, Punker Bell, since we last heard from you, you broke up with Peter Pan because, well, he refused to grow up, and he chose Wendy over you. So you changed your name, your look, refused to have anything to do with men obsessed with pirates, and started a Ramones cover band. Is that right? All right. I must say the look does suit you. I'm guessing what the audience really wants to know is, do you have a crush on anyone currently? Masioka from Heroes. Yeah. All right. Down, girl. Down. So, anything else you want to say before you fly off to your next gig? Hey ho, let's go. Thank you, Punker Bell. Entry number 2, in the young fan category. Oh, wait for it. After the catastrophic failure of Rocky, and on the advice of his good pal, Dr. Evil, Dr. Frankenfurter decides to build a new kind of friend, or pal, or acquaintance, or something like that. but he is still just a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania.
By the way I look, don't judge a book by its cover. I'm not much of a man, but a lot of day, but not of one girl.
That's entry number 2, young fan category, the mini-me that shouldn't be. That was presented by Nathan Schock and Corey Schock. Costume designed by Nathan Schock and Tabitha Schock. Costumes built by Enharad and Tabitha Schock. Concept by Nathan Schock, aka Mini-Me. Entry number 3, in the master category. Ooh. My people. This is Caterina Sforza, Duchess of Milan. Duchess of Milan, presented by Catherine Schaff-Stump, costume designed by Torres, and costume built by Catherine Schaff-Stump and Brian Stump. Entry number 4, in the novice category, The Quest for the Grail. Fate, Stay, Night, 7 Masters, 7 Servants, and the Holy Grail War.
Who goes now?
Arturia Pendragon.
The who?
I am Arturia Pendragon, Queen of the Britons. I seek the Holy Grail. And if your master will aid me, he can join my quest.
I can ask him, but I don't think he'll be very keen. You see, he's already got one.
He's already got one. How?
We got it the last time.
The last time?
The Holy Grail War happens every 60 years, right? And this is war number 7.
What, like Halley's Comet?
Yes, just like that. So if you miss the Grail this time around, you can just wait another 72 years.
True, except it's only 60 years.
What if the Holy Grail War were a comet?
But it's not a comet.
It will be 72.
But if the Holy Grail War were a meteor shower?
Look, the problem isn't whether it is or isn't a comet, but rather about when the comet is visible.
That was Quest for the Holy Grail, costume designed by Joe O'Hanley and Eric Neve, and audio by Michael Rumsa. I'd like to take a moment to make a public service announcement. The Galactic Empire would like to remind you to spay or neuter your Ewoks. It's just the right thing to do. Coming up with entry number 5 in the novice category, this is the Red Dragon. Entry 5, The Red Dragon, presented, built, and designed by R.R. Roberts III. Now, you all watched Sesame Street, so after 5 comes... Thank you. Thank you, Count. Have another beer. And- Moving right along. Entry number 6 in the Journeyman category is Tara Branford of Final Fantasy VI. Entry 6 in the Journeyman category, Tara Branford. That was presented by Tara Rich, designed by Amano Yoshitaka, and built by Tara Rich. Oh, newsflash. This just in. Anna Nicole Smith. Oh, still dead. Okay. That's good. Oh, don't roll your eyes at me. I'll just keep them. Entry number 7 in the novice category, Evil Arrives at CONvergence. Entry number 7, Evil Arrives at CONvergence. That was presented by Emma Frazee, Harrison Frazee, Allison Speck, Shannon Hill, Leandra Baum, Kieran Baum, and Gregory Patzman. Costumes designed by Mary Purcell, Adam Baum, Laurie Speck, and Roxanne Hill. Now, I would be remiss in my duties if I didn't introduce you to a couple of the good people who are going to help us hand out awards. So, tonight, In the judges' gallery, we have, for workmanship, Deborah Mullen. Deborah has been a costumer for the past 20 years and a singer and actress for the past 14 years. As a costumer, she specializes in historical periods and movie reproductions and original designs. On the performance side of things, we have Wally Wingert. I don't know exactly what's going on here, but he's declaring himself a virgin right here on the thing. Oh, number of years at CONvergence. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. He's a voice actor who's performed voices in film, TV, radio, and video games. Originally from Sioux Falls, he's lived in LA for 20 years. His website, wallyontheweb.com, has all the latest news. All right, I'll sneak in one more. Emily Stevens is a performance judge. Emily has been dressing up her friends and making them perform since the age of 5. Kind of like those last kids. She has a BFA in theater with a double emphasis in performance and design. She has lived in the Twin Cities for the last 10 years, creating custom and ready-to-wear clothing, and has recently worked as costumer for the local film, The Midnight Chronicles. So welcome, Emily Stevens. All right, let's keep going. Entry number 8 in the journeyman category is entitled Photo Finish.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Racer X from Speed Racer. Wait a minute. You're not Racer X. Who the heck are you?
Entry 8 in the journeyman category, Photo Finish, presented by Patrick Fisher, costume designed by Patrick Fisher, and built by Patrick Fisher, with special makeup and sound engineering help by Bill Hendrick. Entry 9 in the journeyman category. Oh, this is a tough one. Okay, it's in Japanese, so. Okami no Ona no Ko. Entry number 9, presented by Cara Redding, Allie Trombley, and Kathy Smith. Special thanks to Anoka's Party Papers for makeup consultation. Entry number 10 in the Journeyman category. On an early day of a month not too long before our own, the Romulan Empire suddenly encountered a deadly threat to its very existence. And this terrifying enemy surfaced, as such enemies often do, in the seemingly most innocent and unlikely of places. Puny mortals before the wrath of Nissa, daughter of Kelvis. That was Kronos, the Next Generation. That would be presented by Bob and Nissa Lent, and a costume designed by T. Roy Lent, and costume built by T. Ray Lent. Entry number 11 in the Master category.
From librarians warned, these vermin must not be allowed near bookseller stalls. If they were, they would have access to the Discworld via an L-space connection to the library. Hang on. Right, a frequent abduction to a firepooker will soon have you solved.
That was entry 11, titled Troublesome Times, presented by Donna Lang, created by Donna Lang with inspiration from Terry Pratchett's Discworld series, built by Donna Lang. Here we come to entry number 12, Ghostbusters. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. For all your paranormal investigation and elimination needs, we're ready to believe you. Presented by James Rasmussen, recreation from the Ghostbusters movie, costume built in its entirety by James Rasmussen. Let's take a little trip back to the judges. Rex. Rex is one of our judges tonight. I guess you know him? You know him then? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Never heard.
Okay. Rex has been performing since the Jurassic era. From his hobnobbing days with King Kong, Godzilla, and Gamera to his ultra-hip phase with the Mate Rex. Rex is an entertainment legacy. He would like to warmly greet all his adoring fans, but his cold blood doesn't allow it. Taking notes for Rex tonight are his two assistants, John Grams and Eric Knight. Also in the performance judges tonight, we have Bridget Landry. Bridget has 30 years of hall costuming to her credit and 14 years of masquerading, presentation, and workmanship awards at the local, regional, and national levels, including 2 WorldCon Best in Show. And that's nothing to sneeze at, folks. All right. Entry number 13. Dead Spirit, a tribute to Japanese horror. This is our costumer's first entry, and it is a tribute to the Japanese horror films. Presented, designed, and built by Barnetta Johnson. Entry number 14 in the journeyman category, Hunger Strike.
A wandering outlaw and Jin, a masterless samurai, are both expert warriors. Perhaps today we will finally see which one of them is the superior swordsman.
I'm bored. I'm too hungry to go on with this. I'll kill you after dumplings.
Oh, I suppose we won't find out today either.
Did you hear that voice? Yeah, it's pissing me off. Let's go kill that chick. Hey, maybe she's got dumplings.
That was presented by Shmuel Bliley Strauss and Justin Gilliland, designed and built by those 2 gentlemen. Entry number 15 in the novice category, The Mutant.
Foolish mutant, you have spoiled my plans. Now you must pay.
Skeleton. Mutants are basically dumb brutes. They don't have the mental capacity.
I will return. No.
That was presented by Adam Meyer, designed by Courtney Skinner, and built by Adam Meyer and Cherie Johnson. Oh, hey, newsflash. This just in. Automan, still dead. Wait for it. Number 16 in the journeyman category, Night Metamorphosis. In the dark of night, a full moon rises over a peaceful scene of nature. Come and enjoy the beauty and the splendor of an evening stroll. Entry 16, presented, designed, and built by Sarah Tesh. One last trip to the judges. In workmanship this evening, we have Judge Nikita Rose Peterson. Eight years of competition in masquerade costuming, and, well, Halloween for the last 32 years. She's been awarded Best in Show, Best Craftsmanship, Best Performance, and Best Technical. Nikita Rose Peterson. Also in workmanship this evening, artist and costumer Jennifer Menken has been costuming on and off for several years, competing locally and nationally at WorldCon and CostumeCon. Some of her best moments include Robbie and Altair from Forbidden Planet, a stint with HR Puffinstuff as Dr. Blinky, and a Best Master at WorldCon Los Angeles for the presentation Mission to Mars. Entry number 17 in the journeyman category, Super Lovin'. Good morning, Sky High. Well, we're back at school and looking toward the homecoming. And remember, if you can't be an athlete, at least be an athletic supporter. Now everyone, please, sing along. presented by Damon, Amada, Joan, Greg, John, Aaron, and Brian. Designed by Damon Thrift and Amada Marquez. And built by Damon Thrift and Amada Marquez. Entry number 18 in the novice category. Death is tired of being called grim. So out with the old and in with the new. Death is getting a makeover. This is Queer Eye for a Dead Guy.
Well, I don't think so.
That was presented, designed, and built by Doreen A. Neal. Oh, newsflash. This just in. Victor Von Doom, still dead. Or is he? All right, entry number 19 in the journeyman category. Honey, have you met our new neighbor? Presented by Dan Havens, designed and built by Dan Havens. I've been asked to announce that after the presentations are over, if you will wait a few moments to allow our judges to leave the auditorium, and then all of you can beat feet. Beat feet? Man, am I old. Okay, entry number 20 in the journeyman category. Black Chaos. In the dominion of monsters, there are many powerful creatures, beasts, warriors, and dragons. But there are few monsters as powerful as the spellcaster known as the Magician of Black Chaos. For eons, he has worked alone, but the time has come for him to take an apprentice. One has finally been chosen. Introducing the Magician Girl of Black Chaos. One who can control the darkness, who is ready for the great power and shares his fashion sense. Together, these two will be unstoppable because we all know you don't mess with anyone in black leather. presented by Stacy Lee and Rosanna Caponi. Costumes designed from the anime series Yu-Gi-Oh! Original design by Rosanna Caponi. Costumes built by Stacy Lee and Rosanna Caponi. Just asked to let you know, Soylent Theater will be here after the presentation. Entry 21. Entry 21 in the novice category. Ladies and gentlemen, Gamera versus the Sheraton. Everybody sing it with me. We believe in Gamera. Okay. That was presented, designed, and built by Todd Murray. How crazy is this? Newsflash. This just in, Kevin Sorbo still, oh wait a minute, that's just his career. All right. Entry number 22. In the master category, this is being presented out of competition. This presentation is the 2007 Costume Con Best in Show Award winner. There and Back Again. Presented by Deborah K. Jones, Rhiannon Jones, and Brian Jones. Designed by Deborah and Rhiannon Jones, and built by Deborah Jones, Rhiannon, Brian Jones, and Terry Jones. Not the writer. Entry number 23. In the novice category, those we don't speak of. Those we don't speak of are creatures much larger than coyotes. They're meat eaters. They have large claws. Those we don't speak of have not breached our borders for many years. We do not go into their woods, and they do not come into our valley. Remember, red is the bad color. It attracts those we don't speak of. Creature from the Village was presented, designed, and built by Nathan Clark, as well as Jeannie Devan. Entry number 24. In the Master category, Veritas.
For years, fans of V for Vendetta have ruminated, theorized, and debated about the true identity of code name V. Tonight, at last, we will answer the question: who is V?
I'm dirty in the extreme, whiter than sour cream. I was in a few club and even the chess team. But the question I never thought was hard was, do I like Kurt or do I like Picard? Spend every weekend at the Renaissance Fair, got my name on my underwear. Nations trolling, they laughing and rolling their eyes 'cause I'm so white and nerdy. Just 'cause I'm white and nerdy. Yes, I'm white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Just too white and nerdy. Look at me, I'm white and nerdy.
And you'll all be happy to know there are no more news flashes.
Thank you.
That was entry 24, presented, designed, and built by Melinda Kimberly. I would like to thank you all for coming tonight, and I would like to entreat you to please stay and watch the halftime show. Our judges will now take their leave and make their decisions.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are Soylent Theater, a theater group made out of people. Our show this evening is entitled 28 Minutes Longer. Now, being geeks, we spend a great deal of time on the internet, and we think we have found the holy grail of behind-the-scenes clips. We found some actual production footage of Indiana Jones 4. And we found out the name of the upcoming film, so without any further ado, I invite you all to take a sneak peek at Indiana Jones and the Temple of Assisted Living. Cut. Harris, we just need to get a shot of the whip cracking. That's all we need.
I'm sorry, Stephen. I've just got this little pain.
Where does it hurt, Harrison?
Here. And here. And here. And here. And here. Just about everywhere, really.
Harrison, I'd really like to get a shot of the whip cracking in the next few minutes.
Well, why the rush?
Lucas is visiting the set today.
Oh, Christ.
I know, it's going to be hours of horrible, weird suggestions, so if we can just get that whip crack. And remember the spirit of these movies. It's like nothing you've ever gone after before. Well, that was a great crack.
That was my back!
final cut of my 30th anniversary edition of Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope.
That's great, George. So who shoots first this time, Harrison or Greedo?
No one shoots. I've entirely cut the cantina scene. It was never up to my standards. The film now goes like this. The Star Destroyer travels over Tatooine. White cut to me, George Lucas, dancing around in a diaper. For 2.5 hours. Then the Death Star explodes. What do you think?
If I said it once, I said it 1,000,000 times. It's your film, George.
I'm just so glad that technology has finally allowed me to realize my true vision for the film.
You couldn't have filmed yourself dancing around in a diaper back in the 70s?
Not with the amazing clarity of digital film. Now, I've got some terrific ideas for Indy 4. Like, what happens if Indy has a gunfight with Abraham Lincoln? Not boring historical Abraham Lincoln, but space Abraham Lincoln. You know, from Star Trek. Bill Moyers will eat this crap with a spoon. And I'm telling you, only one man can play Abraham Lincoln. I want one
Me! Sean Connery!
Sean, I thought you had retired.
I've come out of retirement, and let me tell you, it's like nothing I've come out of before. I may not be a youngster like you, Harrison, but I still have... Oh no, here comes the stone.
Harrison, I told you, you're not being chased by a stone. That was the first movie, that was 26 years ago.
No, I'm passing a stone. My kidneys look like the asteroid field from Empire Strikes Back.
Actually, I cut that scene too. I replaced it with a shot of me eating chicken in a diaper.
I once wore a diaper in the movie Zardos. In fact, I'm wearing a diaper right now.
I don't mean to be rude, but I'm trying to make a film here.
Hey, I know. Raise your hand if you're wearing a diaper right now.
Ooh, Steven, get a shot of all of us dancing around in our diapers, you know? Look at this. Look at this, huh? This'll sell some popcorn. Poppity, poppity, poppity.
You know what this is, George? This is like nothing I've ever had to put up with before, all right? I am an artist. I made Schindler's List in 1941. I don't talk about that one as much as Schindler's List, but I still made it. In other words, get off my set, you crazy bastard!
Do you want me to throw him out, Stephen?
Oh, I'd like to see you try. I'll get the 501st Legion in here to kick your big, fat, crazy ass.
I am going to beat you like Gert Frobe. Yes. Thank you. There can be only one fat, crazy guy.
I made Jaws, you know, Jurassic Park. I made E.T.
Yeah.
Well, let's just call it a wrap for the day.
Oh no, the stone.
Your kidneys again?
No, look.
Whoa! Run like you're being chased by a run!
Ow!
Move it, Harrison! Come on!
Ow!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to share something slightly different with you now. I've actually written a children's story based on the works of one of my favorite authors, H.P. Lovecraft. For those of you who might not be familiar with Lovecraft, he was a racist, effeminate Anglophile who wrote dense, morbid prose about terrible monsters, dead gods, and the ultimate futility of human existence. With this book, I want to make some of those ideas more accessible to 5-year-olds. So please, relax. Imagine you're tucked up in your little beds and enjoy my story, entitled The Thing That Should Not Be Under Your Bed. Page 1. There is a monster under your bed right now. It is going to kill you, and there is nothing you can do about it. Page 2. It's a very strange-looking monster. It has a big, scaly head, a long, slimy body covered in wings, tentacles, and thousands of beady little red eyes. The monster stands on 2 little heathen goat legs. And finally, the monster has a big, slobbering mouth, right where its vagina should be. A vagina with teeth is called a vagina dentata. This is a term you only learn if you go to college and get a useless liberal arts degree. And the only place to use a term like vagina dentata is in tasteless comedy shows. And it's usually too gross to get a laugh anyway. But you don't have to worry about that. You're not going to college because you are going to die. Tonight. Page 3. The monster has a very funny name. In order to pronounce it correctly, we have to talk the way Daddy does when he's drunk. The monster's name is... Let's all try to say that together on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. Page 4. Let's review some of the people in your neighborhood who can't help you. First, there's Mr. Policeman. If he doesn't immediately lose his mind just by looking at the monster, he might manage to fire off a couple of rounds from his tiny little revolver. That's about as helpful as taking a piss on a forest fire. Then there's Mr. Priest. He's totally useless. Now, Mr. Librarian, he's your best chance. He has access to an ancient tome called the Necronomicon. It tells you what to do in situations like this. But for some reason, Mr. Librarian is willing to check that book out to any yahoo with a library card and a photo ID. Which brings us to your daddy. Page 5. Your daddy is actually the reason the monster is under your bed in the first place. You see, your daddy is a cultist. Your daddy used to think that people who dress up in black robes, perform weird rituals, and worship dead gods were bad people. Then he realized that's a good description of Catholics. So what the hell, he thought, and joined the cult of Cthulhu. And before he knew it, he was spending every night out in the woods, buck naked, chanting in the obscene tongues of long-forgotten languages and sacrificing innocent little bunny rabbits. One after another. Yes, Your daddy just couldn't kill enough cute, innocent little bunny rabbits. It was like Easter. An endless bloody Easter of death. Page 6. The end. I know it seems sudden, but really, what more is left to be said? There's a monster under your bed and it is going to kill you. We've known all the important information since page 1, haven't we? And yet, you would like a moral to give a sense of conclusion to the story, wouldn't you? Well, too bad. Narrative structured is an artificial human creation to try to bring order and logic to a random and cruel world. And let's face it, there's nothing logical about what's going to happen to you. Because there exists in this world a thing that by all human standards of decency should not be, and it's under your bed right now. Good night, sleep tight, and don't let the vagina dentata bite.
Ladies and gentlemen, we here at Soylent Theater have occasionally received some constructive criticism of our shows in the past.
Like Speak Up.
Like Speak Up. Things along the lines of, sometimes people have suggested that some of our references are a little bit on the obscure side. Sometimes people have kind of said that, some of our other references are, maybe a little too self-referential and indulgent. So, just to make sure we're all on the same topic here, I just want to make sure that we're all familiar with Dungeons and Dragons.
Wait, you mean the animated TV show, right?
No.
The movie with Academy Award winner Jeremy Iyer. And Tom Baker.
No.
Oh, the Tom Hanks vehicle, Monsters and Mazes.
No. No, I'm talking about the role-playing game Dungeons and Dragons. Specifically, the first edition of the role-playing game Dungeons and Dragons. And even more specifically, the adventure module S3, the Expedition to the Barrier Peaks.
Well, clearly you have some losers in the front row, but I have no idea what you're talking about, and frankly, I'm kind of confused and angry and impatient.
Oh, come on. The Expedition to the Barrier Peaks. It was this great adventure for characters between levels of 8 and 12 where they go and they find an actual spaceship. There's robots even.
You've got to be kidding me. Jesus Christ, Calvin.
No. Jesus Christ doesn't show up until Adventure S5, The Lost Caverns of Golgotha. So, everyone, please sit back, relax, and enjoy our bit of selfish indulgence. Thanks.
Attention, intruder. Please identify yourself.
I am Lord Bligian, a warrior of such vast experience and ability that if one were forced to quantify me numerically, I'd say I'm about 10th level, give or take. But what are you, stranger, who speaks like a man and yet are made of metal?
I am TSR Bot 74. I was built to serve on this ship.
Aye, it does have a resemblance to a ship, but to run so far aground of water.
Well, this ship was designed to travel the stars, not the oceans. But unfortunately, I must confess, the crew is dead. Our mission was to spend eternity in the dark quiet of space, gaming.
What is this gaming you speak of?
The nations of my homeworld enjoyed fantasy-based tabletop miniature games. But my people wanted to add an element of storytelling and to give personalities to our representatives in the game so that we could act them out. We would take off in our ship, sit in the unfinished basement of the craft, circled around Jeff's card table and pretend to have adventures, much like the ones you yourself probably have every day. This was a golden age. Mike's dad always had beer. We'd chip in a couple of bucks for pizza. It was awesome.
Truly, this must have been the sport of kings!
That's probably overstating it a bit. But such a paradise was not to last. There were some, those who valued the role-playing aspect of the game, who were frustrated when the pacing of the story was bogged down by rules and charts. Others, who valued the charts and the rules, said it made it more fun and more realistic to pay attention to charts such as weapon type 2 hit bonus versus armor class.
It does stand to reason that different kinds of weapons increase or decrease my odds of successfully striking my opponent depending on what kind of armor he or she is wearing.
But worse than this was the profitability for those companies that created these games. Once players purchased the core rule books, there were only so many supplements they were willing to buy. Eventually, the industry found a way to make games and be profitable. The CCG.
What is this CCG you speak of?
It is an acronym standing for the Collectible Card Game. Players would buy a starter deck and then expand their resources by purchasing or trading for rarer, more powerful cards. Winning the game became a combination of player ability and financial investment. It was a huge success. To gamers, collectibles are like heroin.
Like what?
Like drugs.
Try me again.
Like potions of invulnerability.
Oh. Yes. I've been invisible a couple times, if you know what I mean. But did these CCGers survive?
No, but they were not the only collection of gamers. Some, those who appreciated more role-playing, chose a different path. LARPing.
What is this LARPing you speak of?
It is another acronym, live action role-playing. Players would dress up as their characters and move about and interact within environments.
This sounds quite unmanly. If one were portraying a wizard, for instance, how would one indicate the casting of a lightning bolt without sounding like a total weenie?
This was indeed a large problem. Ultimately, these gamers died of shame and a series of ass kickings, but mostly shame.
LARPing does lack the inherent dignity of sitting around a card table, drinking beer, and just pretending to cast a lightning bolt.
But the vast majority of my gaming masters enjoyed a different model of gaming, one that allowed for role-playing, made money for its creators, and had a considerably lower amount of shame attached to it. The MMPORPG.
That is indeed an unwieldy acronym.
The massively multiplayer online role-playing game. But this too had a couple of teensy little problems. Like how you just stand around waiting for that same wolf to keep respawning over and over again. Or you'd spend all your time working on your virtual sewing skills so you could make some virtual money to buy some virtual weapons so that someday, theoretically, you might go on a virtual adventure if you can stand all the leet-speak and hordes of underpaid Chinese workers are out there begging for resources that they're just gonna turn around and sell for actual cash on eBay.
You lost me somewhere around leet.
It started to suck a little bit too. These gamers also passed into nothingness. Only a tiny sliver survived. Some found small, independently produced games with bold new modes of play, available often on the internet, published as PDFs.
Ah, portable document format.
Exactly. These game creators escaped financial pitfalls by avoiding large, hardbound books filled with flashy graphics.
What became of them?
I don't know. They didn't have large, hardbound books with flashy graphics. What do I care? Now I fear there is no future for real role-playing games.
Ah, fear not, my bucket-headed friend. For I know the true spirit of role-playing. It goes by an acronym that sounds like this. I-K-Y-A-T-I-T-A-Y-T.
I-K-Y-A-T-I-T-A-Y-T.
I kill you and then I take all your treasure. Die, robot! Give me the booty, robot! Booty bot.
Hello, I'm Dr. Dan, and I'd like to welcome you all to Zombies Anonymous. I know it's hard to admit that we have problems. We all want to think we can just eat brains socially, but no, it is a problem, and that's why we have this group. In fact, we have a new corpse with us tonight. Frank, please come share. This part always takes so long. Come on, Frank.
Hi, my name is Frank, and I'm a zombie.
Brains! No, we don't say brains, we say hi, Frank. Let's try that again.
Hi, my name is Frank.
Hi, Frank's brains.
Oh, for Christ's sake, just go on, Frank.
Okay, where to begin? I got infected in a really stupid way. I got bitten by the mailman. It was really embarrassing. I mean, he was out there, and I just thought I'd be nice, so I went out to meet him at the mailbox, you know, and I made some stupid little joke like, "Oh, no bills, I hope." and then he turns around, and I find out he's missing an eye, and I'm like, "Oh my God, zombie mailman!" And then, you know, chomp right in my neck.
Let's be supportive, Leonard. Please continue, Frank.
Yeah, I know, it's not the most interesting, you know, how did you die story, you know, like a lot of people have. You know, I wish I died in a more interesting way, like, you know, getting disemboweled by a helicopter rotor, or you know, fighting off a horde while that's ravenous while you're trying to guard a shopping mall. You know, something exciting like that. But no, I was just postal chow.
Leonard, being undead is no excuse for being a dick. Knock it off. Please, continue, Frank.
So anyway, I shambled back inside, and I went up to my wife, and, you know, I said, "Hey, look, I'm a zombie now. Sorry." And she's one of these fan types, you know? So she got, like, really pedantic about it. You know, like, "Well, you're raised from the dead by a Haitian Boko or other practitioner of voodoo? Well, then you're not really a zombie, are you?" You know, we had the same damn argument when 28 Days Later came out. And, you know, it just wasn't what I needed to hear at the time. And then she goes on about, like, "Mom always hated you and never should have married you, and you still haven't painted the garage." And then I kind of ate her brain.
Let's keep it. You want jerky? Do you want some jerky? Jerky, Leonard? Leonard needs some jerky. There you go. There you go. I've got plenty. There you go. There's your jerky. Please continue, Frank. He'll be happy for a little while.
Okay. Well, anyway, the bills have started to really pile up. It's really hard to get a job when you're undead. I mean, my career as a guidance counselor is basically over. I would give my speech about nurturing young minds, and everyone would just get really creeped out. The food service industry is out. Mortuaries have all these union rules. But I got really lucky, and I got a job doing customer service for a credit card company. It's been great. They hire lots of zombies. I mean, if you want, I can give you their number.
That's very positive. Leonard, would you like Frank's card? Credit card company? No. Go ahead. You just put that in your pocket or eat it or whatever the hell you're gonna do.
Excuse me, man. I was just wondering if anyone, brought some more beer.
What? Why would we have beer?
I thought there was a zombie pub crawl. Beer.
Are you even a zombie?
No, man, it's kind of embarrassing. I just messed up my hair and rolled up one pant leg, and I'm a zombie, I just read about it in the city pages, I thought, we just drink zombies, what I'm saying? Get it? Because you guys are called zombies, but we drink it because it's like a mixed drink, and...
Have fun drinking to excess. Please continue, Frank.
Well, I'm still working on the brain hunger thing. And I'm still trying to control the cravings. And I know ZA is really pro-jerky.
Jerky.
Yeah. But I found a method that I think really works for me. Those little cans of pudding?
Pudding?
Yeah. They rock. Popping the top off one is kind of like ripping the top off of some guy's skull.
Right.
And the different flavors have different benefits and stuff. Like butterscotch is like kind of the right color, but French vanilla tastes a lot more brainy. And tapioca is the perfect texture.
Pudding!
I mean, and the thing is, you got to eat a lot of them, to equal the content of like one brain. I must have ate like a dozen of them before I came over here. Oh God, all that rich, creamy goodness. They're so good.
Pudding! Remember the jerky. Remember your jerky.
Pudding!
Do you have any pudding? He seems very interested.
No, I don't. Hey, wait a minute. What's that in your pocket?
Nothing. There's nothing in my pocket.
Is that a Twinkie?
I'm just happy to see you, Frank Zombie. No, it's not a Twinkie. Not a Twinkie at all. Yeah, it's a Twinkie. Okay, I have the Twinkie in my pocket. It's my treat I get for dealing with you undead bastards. What?
Oh, rich cakey outside. Sweet, creamy filling.
No. Oh, come on. No. Ow.
Crap, I can't get the top of this guy's head off.
Ow.
Excuse me.
Ow.
My name is Siler. Maybe I can help.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, right now, for our last bit, we are going to reenact our favorite scene from any James Bond film ever. And the great thing about it is we don't need fancy gadgets, and we don't need hot chicks, and we don't even need plausible British accents. All we need is a chair and a rope.
Wow, you've taken good care of your body.
Go to hell!
I need that password, Mr. Bond. Give me the password, or I'm going to hit you in the balls repeatedly with this rope.
I'm not gonna tell you a damn thing.
I told you I was gonna hit you in the balls if you didn't give me the password.
I didn't think you'd really do it.
Well, I'm gonna do it again if you don't give me the password.
Vesper! It's Vesper, V-E-S-P-E-R. It's a girl I've been hanging out with. Her middle name is Susan. What else do you want to know? Want to know how to get into MI6, into M5? I'll tell you anything. Just don't hit me in the balls again. They're my balls.
Thank you, Mr. Bond. You've been most cooperative.
No! Now you're just being a dick.
And that's our scene. But, we just had so much fun writing this scene. Writing it. That we started to wonder what other genre characters would be like in this similar situation. So, how about, say, Peter Parker?
Parker, this is from Mary Jane. For the way you treated her all the way through the third film.
It's not my fault. With great power comes great response.
Well, Pete handled that one pretty well. But what about evil Peter Parker?
The pain. It's intoxicating. You could lose yourself to it.
Okay. Enough of that. How about someone from the north of some planet or other? Say the Ninth Doctor.
Where's Rose? What happened to Rose? What have you done to Rose? Did I mention Rose? My traveling companion, Rose. Where is Rose? Where's my northern accent? Is it with Rose? I want to know.
I've got your Rose right here.
Oh! You shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna change. It's something we Time Lords do when we get hit in the balls. With a rope. But before I go, I just want to say, I've been fantastic. You've been less than fantastic. Ah!
New teeth. That's weird. And knew something else down there. I'm a cheeky monkey, aren't I? Yes. No, I'm not a cheeky monkey. I'm an angry, yelly god. What have you done with Rose? Ooh, my torch wood.
Okay. Now that we've seen the Doctor, how about some people from the Super Friends? Let's say the Wonder Twins.
Wonder Twin powers activate!
Form of a bucket of ice so I don't have nuts.
Form of some animal without nuts, but doesn't it, like a beaver or a titmouse or, oh! Screw this, Tim! I'm tired of being hit in the nuts! Let's have you take the nut!
In, Hadley. You're gonna get some nut hit now. Let's all right. Tim Uran is Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh! 1,000 voices crying out in agony and suddenly silenced.
Kelvin as Beaker from the Muppet Show!
Tim is Harry Potter.
Oh, my Deathly Hollows!
Calvin as that depressed cartoon dog Droopy.
who should be hitting the nuts? You lady, who should Tim be? You other lady, who should Tim be? Luke Ski! Hit Luke Ski in the nuts! Luke Ski! Taking it to the nads!
Let's see if my targeting is on.
Oh, fanboy, baby! Who should Calvin be? Who?
Oh, Misa hurts so bad!
Tim. Say something, woman. Kermit the Frog! Shout something out! Gandalf? Who? The Juggernaut? We wanted to hurt, idiot! All right, the Juggernaut.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch!
I got one!
You got one? You got a
I
good
got
one?
one! Stand back!
Let's go for an oldie but a goodie. Captain Kirk.
One more time! Tony Gunn!
Ladies and gentlemen, Soylent Theater, Calvin Hatley, Tim Muren, Joshua Scrimshaw, Joseph Scrimshaw.
First of all, there's some people that need to be thanked because they've spent their entire day in this dark room with me. First of all, Emily Stewart has been doing light board operator for 3 years since I've started here, and every year the light board cacks out first thing in the morning and has to be completely rebuilt. And she does it every year, and she never complains, and she always does a great job. So Emily, our light board operator. Well, yeah, we all know that Scott's like some sort of crazy mad genius. Scott also makes it all work. Scott is from Main Stage, and Main Stage, if you guys get a chance, thank the Main Stage people, because they work like 27 hours a day to make sure that this room is up and running for every event that happens in here. And they're amazing, and they're always nice. Okay, next up, Rob has worked with me for 2 years, does crazy voodoo on sound, and it cacked out today too, and he made it work. So Rob, thank you. Backstage, we have David Potter, who stepped in this year as backstage manager. Thank you, wherever you are, David. And Dana Jean, who is my backstage diva and made sure that I didn't fall down and die or kill anyone. Perrin, can we bring the house lights up more? Because I'd real quick like everyone to just acknowledge the judges and all their hard work as well. All right, workmanship judges, Deborah Mullen, Jennifer Menken, Nikita Peterson. Performance judges, Rex and his assistants, Eric Knight. Oh crap, Scott, I can't remember your last name. Grams, thank you, sorry. Emily Stevens. Special guest this year, Wally Wingert. Special guest, Bridget Landry. All right, you're all supposed to be all waiting for some sort of award thing to happen, so let's do this. All right, and they just went monkey crazy with the awards this year. It's awesome. So first of all, we're gonna start out with some of the specialty awards that the judges have free rein to hand out. And the first one is going to be Best Theme of the Convention, and that one goes to Gamera versus the Sheraton. Best Recreation goes to Super Lovin'. Best makeup. Oh, you're gonna make me say this, and I'm gonna screw it up. Okami no Ononoka. All right, next up, we have Best Young Fan of 2007, the mini-me that shouldn't be. So, again, we're gonna do some workmanship awards, judge's choice. Honorable mention for workmanship, Super Lovin'. Amada, this kicks you out of the journeyman category. You cannot compete in journeyman anymore. Next, judge's choice, workmanship, honorable mention, Troublesome Times. One more honorable mention, workmanship judge, Tara Bradford, Final Fantasy VI. Now we're going to do some Judge's Choice Awards for performance. Katerina, she can pronounce her own last name, the Duchess of Milan. The Duchess has left the building. Well, they thought you were so cool that you needed to have a medal. A number of the masters did choose to not compete in the workmanship category, and so that's why the honorable mention came in, because they're not eligible for the Best Master Award. Where am I? Oh, performance, Judge's Choice, Ghostbusters. Judge's Choice honorable mention, Those We Don't Speak Of. So, now we are on to the major awards. In the performance, oh crap, I missed an award, didn't I, damn it, sorry. I forgot to give out the award for Best Workmanship. All right, so the 2007 Masquerade winner for Best Workmanship goes to There Goes the Neighborhood. Yeah, they'll be in the Bat Left tournament later. All right, the 2007 Performance Award winner goes to The Mutant. 2007 award for Best Novice goes to Red Dragon. All right, and in the Best Journeyman category, Black Chaos. In the Best Master Court category, 2007, Veritas. And our final award this year, in the Best in Show category, 2007 Masquerade. Surprise winner, ladies and gentlemen, Gamera versus Sheraton. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2007 Masquerade winners. Thank you, good night.
Couple songs. Like Klingon Empire, gonna set my soul on fire. There's a whole lot of Ramis that I'm ready to kill, so get those faces up higher. There's 1,000 fatty starships waiting out there. While they're still living, I sure don't care. And I'm just a warrior with honor to spare, so viva los Kronos! Oh.
Awesome. That's great.
I like it. Thank you very much.